Dragon Ball Legends 6th anniversary units are about to be revealed in 2 hours. I'm very late to this, I apologise, but I've been very busy. But nonetheless, these are going to be my predictions and theories on who the 6th anniversary part 1 units are going to be. Okay, so we've got highly likely, maybe, not likely, and more chance of me getting good luck for the 6th anniversary. Most of the teasers that Legends have been putting out there for part 1 have been Buu Saga related. So shock, we've got a few Buu Saga units, or potential units, here to have a little rank. First off, we've got Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I'm impartial to a little bit of Gotenks personally. You know, I don't really care. He's cool, but he's not a Gogeta kind of fusion. You know what I mean? If he does show up for part 1, I think it'll either be for a free-to-play unit or the side banner unit. But there's loads of cool things he could do with a Super Saiyan, well, a Gotenks unit. Obviously, you've got the volleyball move. If I'm not mistaken, that is not a multi-transform unit in the game, so that they transform multiple times. So what you could do is start in base form, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, and then Super Saiyan 3. You can depending on how, obviously, if you die straight away, you're not going to be able to transform into anything. But it'd be a unit to keep in the match longer, which I think would be a really cool concept for a unit. And I think Gotenks would be a great character to implement that feature with. So, you know what? I hate doing tier lists because I'm very indecisive. You know what? I think we're gonna do this for the culture. We're gonna put Gotenks in. Yeah, maybe. The fact that I've been doing that for 2 years is ridiculous. Next up on the list, we've got a Super Buu. No, that's not Super Buu. That's Buu-Tanks. It's Buuhan. I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, I'm a bit rusty, boys. I've barely posted in 3 months. Let me get back into it, please. But we have Buu-Tank. It's Buuhan. We've got an LF Buuhan. I would love an LF Buuhan personally. I really like Buuhan. I don't know why. Like, his fight with Vegito is just great, mainly because of Vegito, but nonetheless, I really like Buuhan for a unit for part 1. Similar to what I said with Gotenks, I think he'd be more of a side banner unit. I've made my decision. After 3 minutes of using my brain really intensely, I'm going to drop down Gotenks to not likely and have Buuhan moved up to. Yeah, maybe. Now we're moving on to the spicier units of the video. I need a new Majin Vegeta, people. I need it. I rewatched a bit of the Buu Saga not too long ago. The one thing I came out of it with was that Majin Vegeta was a lot cooler than I remember him being. I always knew he was him. Like, what was the line that I legit just went, damn. I literally said, damn. And don't try to get out of it, not unless you want me up in the body count by a few hundred more, and that. I love Majin Vegeta anyway, but now it's just my fanboy mode for Majin Vegeta has 10-folded, a sneaky little Kaioken times 10, no bias, a little bit of bias. I'm putting him in likely. Sue me. Sue me. I know who people think the units are going to be. Everyone thinks Super Vegito. I understand. It probably will be Super Vegito. But if it's not, it's Majin Vegeta. Like everybody's expecting Super Vegito. But imagine Majin Vegeta just shows up out of nowhere. A brand new, sparkling, shiny Majin Vegeta, right? And Toshi's like, slaps his meat on the table and says, Majin Vegeta, have some of that. And we all have to go, nobody will be complaining. Nobody at all. Especially not me. I bloody love Majin Vegeta. But anyway, moving on to the next unit that it could possibly be. It's been cropped at a weird angle, but it is Ultimate Gohan. Personally, I love Ultimate Gohan. Other than the design, it's just base form with an attitude. We're not here to talk about the lack of effort gone into Ultimate Gohan's design. We are here to talk about what is the likeliness of him showing up for in the 6th anniversary. But we're going to go for part 1 because Majin Buu Saga is going to be part 1. I've got a weird feeling that there's more chance of us getting Majin Vegeta though. Let's get the good old vocal cords ready. Brilliant. Maybe. That was a good one. I'm proud of that one. That was a good one. Okay, moving on to a unit that I haven't seen people mention. Well, personally, I've not seen anybody mention this. I've not really been looking at Legends that much. This is me really getting back into Legends. I need to get back into the fold. But I do like the idea of a Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Any Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But in my head, I think a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku that faces Kid Buu would be a lot better. Well, both of them would be good because the first one could start off as base form, then go Super Saiyan, then go Super Saiyan 2, and then go even further beyond, and then go Super Saiyan 3. But I didn't think of that before putting this image in the tier list. So The original idea I had was starts off as Super Saiyan 3 Goku fighting Boo. Well, it was Boo. I don't know why I did that. He has a standby. He stands. He goes into like a standby state, and he maybe Vegito comes in, or he just stays on his own. I don't know. But he's charging up the Spirit Bomb, and he's gonna kill the opponent. And I've just realised we have Boo Bros. But he does a Supreme Kamehameha as the LF. So technically, if we're talking logistically here, people, I am still right. It's still a good concept. Vegito could come in, but instead of doing the Supreme Kamehameha, Spirit Bomb his booty cheeks. But nonetheless, we'll just. I think my original concept, the Spirit Bomb one, was stupid now because we have Boo Bros and I completely forgot about them. But nonetheless, I do think that a base form transforming into Super Saiyan 1, then Super Saiyan 2, and then going even further beyond into Super Saiyan 3 Goku would be super duper supremely cool, but I don't think it's likely. So boom, not likely. Anyway, moving on to to Super Vegito. Not any ordinary Super Vegito though. Remember people, I do like to not only just say, oh well, he's likely, he's unlikely, he's maybe. I like to come up with cool concepts for these units. And for Vegito, as a lot of people are saying, start off as Goku and Vegeta. You click your little main ability and kapow. Oh dearie me, the Potara earrings suddenly get on people's ears, and then boom, Vegito. So I do think that is very, very likely. I do think it is the unit that it will be for part 1. Could also work as a revival. I'd rather it be like click the button now and then defuse, because that's a new thing. Pull out all the stops, you know what I mean? And I've got a feeling this anniversary is going to be the greatest yet. So I think they will do something brand new, shiny and fabulous with a Super Vegito if they do it. But if you can't tell, I'm going to put him in highly likely because it's Vegito. Every single anniversary we get a Vegito, and I think this time will be obviously last year we got Ultra Vegito Blue, but this time I don't think Vegito will get the main stage as the Ultra. We'll be talking about who I do think will get the main stage Ultra in a few minutes, but Vegito is going to show up, and I do think it's going to be the part 1 LF, and I think he is going to be super duper cool and absolutely broken like every Vegito is in this game. Loving me a bit of H2O. Oh yes! Oh yeah, baby! But now we're moving over to part 2 of the 6th anniversary. I feel like we should still rank them in general, not just part 1, 2, and 3. I think we should just do it as a general tier list of units that we think could appear for the anniversary, full stop, with the context of us thinking whether it'll be more likely to be part 1 or part 2 or part 3. But enough rambling. First up, what do I think is likely for part 2? Finally, we will be seeing Battle of Gods properly represented in Legends, and I think they're going to go all out for part 2. But as you can see, next up is a how dare you, that is my Bulma. I'm never doing an impression ever again, but how I feel this part 2 will play out is very much like part 2 last year, where it was Orange Piccolo on one banner and then Gamma 1 and 2 on the other, but this time it being Super Saiyan God Goku on one banner, Beerus on the other one. Oh no, I love these two characters so much. Battle of Gods is my favourite Dragon Ball movie. I just adore it, and Beerus is my favourite character. And my favourite version of Goku is Super Saiyan God Goku, and they're going to make me choose between both of them. I've got 2,000 Chrono Crystals going into this anniversary. I'm completely and utterly stuffed. We're going to go straight in, and we're going to put not Majin, that's my Bulma, Vegeta in... maybe, but as a side banner unit, not as a main unit. Beerus, right? My favourite character. I absolutely bloody love this guy. Right, before creation comes destruction and all that kind of stuff. I absolutely adore him. Highly likely. Battle of Gods, Super Saiyajin God Goku. Most likely I'm not going to get this unit because I highly doubt I'll even get Beerus, and I'm going to put my soul into him. I think Goku is up there with Vegito, pretty much nailed on. For this anniversary, we'll be seeing them in some shape or form, and as you can probably guess, I am not complaining in the slightest. I absolutely love Super Saiyan God Goku. But moving on, part 3, obviously, well, if we get a part 3, I'm 99% sure we will, but part 3 will be an Ultra, unless we get more than one Ultra. We might get part 1 is an Ultra. Bloody hope that's not the case. I can't be having 2 Ultras. I can't be doing that. I don't have the Chrono Crystals for that. I just don't. Told you, if you're thinking about doing that, just chuck it in the bin. Forget about it. Just do one. Everybody can live with only 1 Ultra. They've buffed GT a lot this year. Spirit Bomb Goku. There was a baby as well. Didn't summon that on that banner. And there was also Android 17, Super 17. Icing on the cake. Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I don't even think we need to talk about this one too much. I think it's likely that we'll get a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But moving on, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You know what? I'm not going to mess around with this one. I don't think it's likely. I've seen a few people throwing his name in the hat for part 3, but Gogeta does not pop up on anniversaries. He is a Legends Fest exclusive kind of. We didn't get. Oh, the thing is though now, because Legends Fest didn't have a Gogeta. That's just something to think about. That rule does not apply to Legends anymore. But anyway, I don't think it was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And finally, the last unit I theorize it could be. I know this is going to sound stupid, but I've seen a few people theorize that it could be a Legends exclusive Super Saiyan God Vegito. If we got this unit, I would single-handedly empty my bank account into this banner. Don't get me wrong, people are theorizing, oh, it could happen, Super Saiyan God Vegito. Nobody actually believes it though. In Narnia, it might happen, but we are in the real world, it probably won't happen. But with Legends exclusive characters these days, you know, there's more chance of me getting good luck on the for the 6th anniversary. It's not gonna happen because of me going, oh my god, Super Saiyan God Vegito. If we're using our craniums, if we're using our frontal cortex, if we're using our brains, right, it's not going to happen. But if it did happen, nobody would be disappointed, and that is a fact. But yeah, people, they are my predictions for the 6th anniversary. I'm going to be reacting to who part 1 is in 2 hours, so hopefully, why have I made this video? Yeah, it's just a bit of fun. But nonetheless, people, I hope you did all enjoy. Subscribe to become a fellow agent of the 9, and I'll see you all in a bit, boys.